Lakers Nation, take a deep breath. Because what if I told you that the very foundation of our perceived strength, the exciting core we're building around, could be on the brink of a seismic shift, not because of an external threat, but from within? Are we truly prepared for a nightmare scenario where Austin Reaves, a fan favorite, a crucial piece of our puzzle, might not be a Laker for much longer, all because things go very wrong? It's a thought that should send shivers down your spine, a potential internal crisis that could redefine our season before it even truly begins. For months, we've been riding a wave of optimism. The Houston Rockets, once seen as a formidable challenger in the Western Conference, have suffered a significant blow with the injury to Fred VanVleet. This development has, in many ways, opened up a landscape, breathing new life into the hopes of teams like the Clippers, Timberwolves, Spurs, and, yes, our very own Los Angeles Lakers. With LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reaves leading the charge, the purple and gold are widely considered early favorites to secure that coveted third seed in the West for the second consecutive year. The expectation is clear. With James and Reeves entering contract years and Doncic firmly established as the face of the franchise, these three are poised to deliver their absolute best, pushing us closer to championship contention. But what if that rosy picture, that carefully constructed narrative of success, starts to unravel? What if the internal dynamics, the unspoken expectations, and the looming contract negotiations create a perfect storm that leads to an outcome none of us want to imagine? This isn't just idle speculation. It's a genuine concern raised by one of the most respected voices in basketball analysis, Zack Lowe. On a recent episode of Bill Simmons' podcast, Lowe didn't mince words, painting a stark worst-case scenario for Austin Reaves and the Lakers. He posed a series of unsettling questions. What if things just go really wrong for Austin Reaves this season with the Lakers? What if it's like, oh, you asked me to come off the bench. Extension talks, they couldn't really get going because you couldn't offer me enough. But I'm not sure. Do you really value me enough in a Luka world? LeBron is still here. Is he retiring? If he's retiring, is that good for my future in LA? I'm just saying, there is a world where this happens. Let's unpack that, because it's a lot to digest. The notion of Reeves being relegated to a second unit role, despite his undeniable growth and impact as a starter, immediately raises red flags. Last season, before Doncic even made his debut with the Lakers, Reeves was averaging a respectable 19.1 points and 6.1 assists per game, shooting 36.4% from beyond the arc. But here's the kicker. After Doncic's arrival, Reeves' numbers actually improved. He averaged 21.9 points and saw his three-point percentage climb to an impressive 39.6% over the final 28 games. This isn't a player who struggles alongside superstars. This is a player who thrives, who elevates his game when sharing the court with elite talent. So, the idea that the Lakers might ask him to take a reduced role, to step back into the second unit, seems counterintuitive to his demonstrated performance. Yet, if that were to happen, the ripple effects could be catastrophic. Imagine being Austin Reaves, proving your worth, demonstrating your ability to be a high-level starter, only to be told your value now lies in a different, lesser capacity. It's a move that could easily breed resentment, undermine confidence, and most critically, derail those crucial extension talks. Lowe's point about the Luka world is particularly insightful. With Doncic firmly entrenched as the primary ball handler and offensive engine, and LeBron still operating at an elite level, the Lakers have a wealth of players who excel with the ball in their hands. Where does Reeves fit in that hierarchy? If the Lakers front office perceives him as less essential in a primary playmaking role and more as a complementary piece, their offer and extension talks might not reflect his market value or his own self-perception. This creates a dangerous disconnect. Reeves is set to decline his player option next summer, making him an unrestricted free agent. If the Lakers aren't willing to commit to him financially and role-wise, he'll undoubtedly look elsewhere. And then there's the LeBron factor. His eventual retirement, while an inevitable reality, casts a long shadow over the future of every player on the roster. For Reeves, a young player looking to establish a long-term home, the uncertainty around LeBron's tenure could influence his decision-making. Does he commit to a team where his role might be diminished in the short term, hoping for a larger role post-LeBron? Or does he seek immediate security and a more prominent position elsewhere? It's a complex calculus for any player, especially one who has outperformed expectations time and again. This brings us to the most alarming part of Lowe's discussion, the potential trade implications. When expressing his concerns about Reeves, Lowe did so under the umbrella of Houston Rockets trade options. With Fred VanVleet sidelined, the Rockets are in a desperate situation. They need a reliable guard, either hoping for a breakout from Reed Shepherd or, more likely, looking to the trade market. And if things truly go very wrong for Reeves in Los Angeles, Lowe suggested that the Rockets could emerge as a serious suitor. Consider the scenario: Reeves, earning $13.9 million this season, is likely to decline his option next summer. The Rockets, with their newfound cap flexibility and urgent need for talent, could offer him a lucrative market value contract that the Lakers might be hesitant to match, especially if they've already decided to relegate him to a lesser role. And in a truly audacious hypothetical, Lowe even floated the idea of the Lakers potentially taking VanVleet back in a trade, pairing him with Doncic. While VanVleet's injury complicates this, it underscores the desperate measures a team might consider if their current rotation doesn't feel sustainable. This isn't just about moving pieces on a chessboard. It's about the human element, the career aspirations of a player who has poured his heart and soul into the Lakers. Austin Reaves has become a fan favorite for his grit, his clutch play, and his remarkable journey from undrafted free agent to key contributor. To imagine him in another uniform, especially if it's due to internal mismanagement of his role or value, is a bitter pill to swallow. The underlying urgency for the Lakers, as the article points out, is to capitalize on Luka Doncic's prime. He is a generational talent, and the window for winning championships with him is now. If the current rotation, despite its perceived strength, doesn't feel sustainable in the long term, or the internal dynamics are creating friction, the front office might feel compelled to make a splash trade. This means tough decisions, potentially unpopular ones, to ensure that Doncic's incredible talent isn't wasted. The season ahead is not just about wins and losses on the court. It's about navigating these intricate personnel decisions, managing player egos, and making sure every piece of the puzzle is aligned for maximum impact. The Lakers front office faces a delicate balancing act, maintaining the current chemistry, planning for the future, and ensuring that a valuable asset like Austin Reaves doesn't become a casualty of internal miscalculation. If they fail to manage Reeves' role and contract expectations, a trade that none of us want to see could become a very real and very painful possibility. It's a stark reminder that even when things look good on paper, the human element, the perceived value, and the looming financial decisions can turn a dream scenario into a potential nightmare. So, Lakers Nation, what are your thoughts on this unsettling possibility? Do you believe Austin Reaves' future with the Lakers is truly at risk, or is this just speculative noise? How do you think the Luka world impacts other players? And what would it mean for the team if Reeves were to be traded? Let us know your take in the comments below. And if you want to stay on top of all the latest Lakers news, rumors, and crucial insights, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're here to break down every twist and turn of this wild NBA season.